Welcome to News Now Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're looking at three bondsmen that broke into a wrong house and started shooting up the place.
Now three bounty hunters are arrested for breaking into a man's home and shooting up the place. Tonight, the prosecutor on the case telling us it was a case of mistaken identity. Our Grace White spoke to the victim about this scary ordeal.
They shot through the walls, through all kind of stuff in my room, sheetrocks flying and hit me, glasses flying and hit me. I thought I was going to die.
Ricky Brannon says when he saw masked men barging into his Cypress home last Saturday, he was terrified.
One of the guys said, "You better not call no police or I'm going to shoot you too."
When he saw they had guns, fearing for his family's lives, he shot one of them, and they returned fire. You can hear the gunshots on a neighbor's home surveillance video. Inside the home with him, his wife, 4 young adults, and 6 minors, including his 1-year-old granddaughter.
And they just start stumping me and beating me with their guns. I balled up in a fetal position. That's why my face is too not messed up, but my body, I have bruises.
Turns out they were bounty hunters, but they had the wrong guy.
It was a case of mistaken identity.
Harris County prosecutor Napoleon Stewart says the 3 men are now charged with felony burglary. Angel Galvan, Frederick Randall, and Farouk Siddiqui appeared in PC court before a judge. They were working for a bail bondsman looking for a man who skipped court for a sexual assault of a child charge. But prosecutors say that did not give them the right to do this.
You don't go into people's houses unless you're invited, right? It's the most protected property in this country, in this state, by the Constitution.
Now this husband, father, and grandfather wants justice and says the whole situation could have been avoided if the bounty hunters had simply asked for his name.
You know, people have to learn to be civil. It could have been a simple situation, and all this could have been avoided.
All 3 bounty hunters have bonded out of jail. Prosecutors tell us they're just beginning their work and they're not ruling out more charges as this investigation continues.
I hope there are more charges coming because they did a lot more than just kick down the door and enter. They told him if he calls the cops, they would shoot him. Sounds like burglars to me. And the owner had the right to shoot, but instead of them leaving, they decided to shoot up the place without knowing who was inside. I hope all 3 spend a lot of time in jail. The victim was protecting his home and stopped shooting when the 3 identified as the law enforcement officers. Then the victim laid down his gun and came out thinking they were cops. They handcuffed him and beat him afterwards. What do you think of this? Would you have shot? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.